everyone to TWA's Battlefront. We are live at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas.
What a surprise, another arena owned by a company.
RJ Peckham alongside my broadcast colleague Mark Adams. And tonight, Mark, the qualifications for the Elimination Chamber continues. We're going to have two final matchups to determine the final two participants in the Elimination Chamber match. But before we go any further with talks of the Elimination Chamber, I might as well discuss the King of the Tube current standings of the people that have points necessary to get into the King of the Tube tournament. If anybody is below 16, they do not qualify.
Well, 17 to 20, they still have a chance, but they gotta win a lot of matches.
Indeed they do. And considering it's a month away, these wrestlers better start sucking it up and start winning matches.
Billy Mays here breaking your back, pounding, super strong, super strong. Now that's the strength of Billy Mays guarantee. Super strong,
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
but it gets even better.
Billy
Mays with confidence. Just pee in a closet. It's that easy. And
well, now the former GM of TWA, Billy Mays, he is one of the very few people in this company who has been very vocal against working alongside the new boss of our company, Donald Trump.
When you go hunting or fishing. And with every order, will also include 20 ounces of liquid.
Billy Mays, of course, has also had his hands full in the case, the very curious case, mind you, of Ace Ventura, The Mask, Lloyd Christmas.
But it gets even better. So stop getting out of bed every night.
Which last time we were on Battlefront, those three men were revealed as the one actor known as Jim Carrey.
And that was a big shock.
Well, let's see what Billy Mays has to say. Hello, TWA World, and welcome to the longest running weekly episodic show. Just kidding. And so is WWE. Anyway, Mr. Trump ordered me to make some announcements regarding the Elimination Chamber. We were supposed to have 3 qualifying matches tonight, but instead we're having 2. And since Conan is the TWA champion going into the chamber, he gets to pick what number he wants to enter. Conan, would you please come down here and tell me what number you want? So what's it gonna be, Conan? Number 6? Number 1?
I choose number 4.
Huh? That's kind of a random number, but okay. Conan, the TWA champion, is entering at number 4. Number 4, one of the very odd numbers that Conan the Barbarian has decided to pick. My only assumption for the reason he chose this number, Mark, was that 4 is considered halfway into the match. Therefore, there's pretty much no way he can lose.
Judging from his winning streak, I'd say so too.
The following contest is an Elimination Chamber qualifier match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Conaria, weighing in at 196 pounds, McClane.
We overheard Donald Trump on Fox's phone last Battlefront that he would be in this qualifying match, which really pissed off Billy Mays, but we still haven't found out who he's challenging.
Fox McCloud, ever since he took over as leader of Nintendo Power, they've become more dangerous and more badder than ever.
His opponent from Vermont, weighing in at 218 pounds, Jack Torrance.
Jack Torrance is more lost in his career right now than he was lost in that maze in The Shining.
Yeah, when was the last time we saw him in a match?
Last time we saw him in any form of what you would consider a comfortable position on the TWA show was when he was challenging Batman in a possible Match of the Year candidate for the Universal Championship. Jack Torrance came this close, just fingernail away from winning the championship. But his emotions got the better of him, and he could not overcome Batman's technical expertise. But Jack Torrance, hopefully, he can stay in the zone and enter himself into the Elimination Chamber here tonight.
And also, we have to remind everyone that because of the chicanery that went on with the Luigi Michael Myers qualifier, we don't want any draws being determined here tonight, so both the qualifiers are going to be no disqualification matches.
Alright, that should really raise the stakes here. In the meantime, Fox McCloud, Hurricane Rana on Jack Torrance. And now, here comes Donkey Kong.
And like I just said, no disqualification. He can butt in all he wants.
Looks like Jack Torrance is in serious trouble. And Jack Torrance, you can bet he's had problems with Nintendo Power in the past. Remember the time when Fox McCloud blew up the Overlook Hotel with his R-Wing?
Oh yeah.
Jack Torrance, he better pull something out of his hat right now. He better have his axe on him, or the match is finished.
Yeah, normally Billy Mays would fire somebody if they used a weapon on another guy, but since it's Fox McCloud, Billy Mays probably wouldn't mind.
And it's no disqualification, so he can bring it out if he wants to. And now, wait a minute. Jack Torrance, we thought he was going to submit at that point. And now, Jack Torrance looks like he's gaining some momentum here. Oh, Stinger Splash!
Isn't there a more uncopyrighted name for that move?
Okay, the Axe Splash? I don't know. Fox McCloud goes for a neck breaker. And now, wait a minute. Jack Torrance seems to have trouble gaining momentum. 1, 2. Oh, we thought Fox McCloud was going to get it off of that sunset flip.
I think the referee was slapping Jack's face when he was counting.
From what angle were you watching on the monitor? In the meantime, Jack Torrance goes with a side suplex. But Fox McCloud, he's just too resourceful at this point. He seems to have figured out Jack Torrance's arsenal. Fox McCloud goes for a pin again, but Torrance keeps getting the shoulder up. And now Jack Torrance Electric chair drop. Jack Torrance is already feeling a heavy head here. And I take it that was from that double choke slam at the hands of Fox McCloud and Donkey Kong. The fall-away slam. Jack Torrance, he could put Fox McCloud away here. Is this going to be it? Could Torrance go to the Elimination Chamber? 1, 2, no! Fox gets the shoulder up. And Jack Torrance falls out of the ring. Looks like these two are going to fight to the outside. And now Fox, he throws Jack Torrance into the guardrail. You can hear the angst, the yelling from Jack Torrance. I think Jack tried to go for a punch. And there's the start switch! Fox McCloud, one of his most dangerous moves. I think that's it. Forget about it. 1, 2, 3. Fox is going to the chamber.
Here's your winner, Fox McCloud.
Well, this means that Fox and Luigi will meet in the chamber.
Oh, you could bet hell's gonna break loose between those two. Now, McCloud giving some words to referee Charles Robinson. I heard a rumor that you guys have not chosen who will compete in the last qualifier. If that jerk Homer could win the Grime Time title, then I deserve to be in the chamber. You're the third guy that's asked me to put them in the last qualifier. I sure as hell can't put all 4 of you in. Yeah, you could. Haven't you ever heard of a fatal four-way match? Sir? That sounds like an orgy. It's just like a normal match, except there's 4 guys instead of 2. Okay, that can work. I'll put you in, Mr. What's your name, son? Optimus Prime? Okay, Mr. Prime, you're in the qualifier. Ugh. Well, coming up next, we've got a rivalry renewed here. The immovable Bulk Hogan is going to take on the man from the dark side, or he claims to be from the dark side, Legs.
From what I'm hearing, this match is just for King of the Tube points. And I can't believe this, but Bulk Hogan has 7 points.
Well, anything can happen here in the Television Wrestling Association. Why did I feel like I stole that from somewhere?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Hollywood Land, California, weighing in at 328 pounds, the immovable Bulk Hogan.
Oh, isn't that strange? He's not 180 pounds anymore.
Well, Bulk Hogan stopped trying to go for the light heavyweight championship, so I guess he's more willing to accept his weight again. Especially when you consider he's not after the light heavyweight title, he's after King of the Tube points. He can put a few extra in his cap should he beat this man.
And his opponent, from the shadows of Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 242 pounds, Legs!
This man is nowhere near the qualifying standings to get into Canada Tube. He's only got 4 points.
Well, he can improve his standings should he beat Bulk Hogan here. But if he doesn't, he gets further down a couple of notches. Is he in almost dead last?
Oh no, he's not that bad.
Legs has not only got to watch out for Bulk Hogan here, he's also got to keep his eyes at the back of his head for the stalker.
Legs is doing a smart thing, because Hogan has been complaining all day that his knees hurt, so Legs is going after Hogan's legs.
The one thing Legs had going for him was he did beat Bulk Hogan at the Royal Rumble earlier this year. So, if he can remember the formula he had for beating the Bulkster, maybe he can pull off another victory and get himself higher in King of the Tube points. Legs is just kicking the corpse of Bulk Hogan around. Oh, and Bulk Hogan lands his big fat gut right on Legs' whole crossbody. Oh! Legs with a kick to the back of that chrome dome of Bulk Hogan's. These two men are indeed the most disturbed, the most weird characters I have ever seen. Still, it beats watching Fandango every week on Raw.
Well, they're rejects. What do you expect?
Now Legs. He's going to send Bulk Hogan to the top rope. Oh, fall away slam right for the top. If Jack Torrance had done that from the top rope, do you think he could have beaten Fox?
Maybe, but what's Legs doing? Why isn't he going for the pin?
I don't know, but that was pretty stupid. He kind of gave Bulk Hogan enough time to get up. But
No, never mind. There's his finisher.
looks like 1, 2, 3. Legs is the winner.
Here's your winner, Legs!
Legs, I think when he slit his throat like that, he was sending a message to the stalker. Well, Legs now has a couple of points added to his repertoire to try to enter into the King of the Tube tournament. However, he's still got quite a ways to go. He's going to need to win a few more should he want to enter this tournament.
And he's only got about 2 Battlefronts and 1 event left.
I'm surprised you did not screw me out of this match, stalker. But don't lead me to believe that you are not here plotting something. So get out here, so I may plow my foot through your judgmental chest. You have no business in this issue.
I may have disagreements with my brother, but he is correct about you. You pretend to be dark and depressed just so everyone here can feel sorry for you. Just so you can receive some attention for once in your worthless life.
So you want to get involved too, don't you? And legs! He just kicked Nazareth full force in the chest! Lights went out. This is bad news for legs. And oh, the stalker! He's got him by the throat! And oh! Choke slam. Well, Stalker is indeed showed up again to make Legs' life a living hell. These two are going to have to solve their differences at some point. And who would have thought?
Are we back on? Okay, continue.
Who would have thought the Stalker and Nazareth standing side by side together after being enemies for so long? Well, I finally found out the truth about that I Quit scandal with Rhodes and Conan. An audio engineer for the production crew reluctantly told me what happened. He said that Rhodes forced him to play the audio of Rhodes saying, "I quit," when Conan asked him, so he lied and said that Conan did it. Interesting. So, aren't you gonna punish him? Why? It's not like he ended up winning the title in the end. Speaking of the end, what was with you stopping Obama from cashing in?
Excuse me, sir. Billy, I've just received confirmation that Jim Carrey has arrived.
Oh, good. Go find him and tell him I wish to see him in the ring.
Sure thing, Billy.
Why did you have to go and complicate matters, Griffin? This last qualifier was just supposed to be between me and this bastard.
I don't care if this has been changed into a fatal four-way. I will win this time and finally prove that I am better than you, Mr. Bond.
You have never beaten me in a match yet. I know you're not better than me.
Oh, shut up, you babies. This is not about who's better between you two. It's about who's gonna go to the chamber, win the TWA title, and be better than Homer Simpson, which is me.
It's bad enough this imbecile has butted to our match, but there is another.
Oh yeah, who is the fourth guy that Trump put in this match?
I don't give a goddamn. Well, looks like James Bond wanted this to be a straight-up one-on-one affair with the Invisible Man, but now it's changed to a fatal four-way, and Bond, he's pissed.
Well, that's weird. Legs is still here. He's sitting in a corner outside the ring, just sitting.
What, did he find some cheese under the ring or something? I just received word a minute ago that Jim Carrey has accepted my invitation and has arrived in the building. Jim, I acknowledge that I may have been insensitive to your feelings last Battlefront. So I invited you here so we could discuss the situation peacefully. I would have done it in my office, but for some reason, the writers told me to do it out here. So come on out, Jim. Well, there's Jim Carrey dressed up as the Mask.
You know, we have crazy people like Legs over there and Leatherface. But if you ask me, this guy's the craziest.
It is puzzling to see why Jim Carrey chose to come out as the Mask. But then again, the same question could be answered if he chose to come out as either Ace Ventura or Lloyd Christmas. Either way, unpredictability is about to occur. Jim, why are you in your mask costume?
My name is the Mask, and my friend Ace told me that you made up this whole bogus story. Ace! I want the match!
Calm down, Legs! Relax! Have a seat, Legs! We'll discuss you too! Well, Legs all of a sudden snapped and broke up this whole meeting between Billy Mays and the Mask.
Is that why he just sat there and didn't leave?
Well, either way, now we have a roundtable discussion with three men. Legs, I'm glad you finally want some help.
Help? I don't need help. But what do I need from you is a match against the Stalker at Elimination Chamber.
Oh, okay. I'll ask Trump to book that. Now, Jim, I know your recent movies have not done as well as they did in the 90s. But that's not your fault. It's the studio executives. They put you in dramatic movies that don't suit you. Or they put you in dumb, poorly written kids' films like that one about the penguins. Jim, you are a talented, funny man who shined in the 90s. But you can't keep living in the past playing these three characters. I would still like to offer you my psychiatrist's number so we can boost your esteem.
Sorry, but I have no goddamn idea what you're smoking.
Jim, stop it! I have all the evidence that proves you, Ace, and Lloyd are one.
Nuh-uh, we are all three individual people.
Ace, Lloyd, come out here right now and prove me wrong. Well, Mask, where are they?
Up your fucking ass!
And the Mask once again is attacking Billy Mays. And Legs, he's just standing there. I don't know what Legs would have to do with this whole situation, but security, come out and help Billy Mays for God's sake. I believe is the second time that Billy Mays has been attacked by the man revealed as Jim Carrey.
Just draped his face.
It looks like he's going for the worm.
Legs, he's just sitting in the corner again. Now, Mask, he's just decided to go after Legs, too! This man is really unpredictable in every sense of the word.
Isn't Legs gonna retaliate?
No, he's just standing there. No idea why Legs is just standing there after the Mask is attacked. Oh, wait a minute! Mask just went through the table and Billy Mays is able to defend himself. And now he stomps on the arm. Now the Mask. He's just throwing Billy Mays once again all across the ring. And now, oh, a slap. Jim, please, don't do this. Don't do this. No!
Hey Billy, that's for giving me the Hercules hook.
Will you be serious? And now Mask and Legs. These two were about to go at it again, and the referee orders them both to leave the ring. All we know is that Billy Mays is hurt, and nothing has been resolved in this whole situation with the Mask, nor has anything been settled with Legs.
Well, here come the security with their stretcher again.
Well, Billy's gonna need it because he took a really bad tumble. Billy Mays carted off on the stretcher, being taken to a local medical facility. We hope he's alright, and hopefully we can continue with the show. Frankly, I don't know what's gotten into the Mask. It's just...
I'm glad you found the time to see me, Santina.
Look, I'd love to stay and talk, but...
Shame, shame, shame!
Sir, I was just talking to San.
I told you I forbid you to see my daughter! But after I found out that you were a murderer, I'll beat you up the next time I see you with her!
Dad!
Don't call me that.
Dad, Alex is not that kind of guy. Trust me, I can tell.
Thugs like him
are born naughty and remain that way till their dying day. Isn't that right, you murderer?
Dad!
And I was talking to you as well, honey. I don't want to see you with him. I'd hate to put you on the naughty list.
I'm not a fucking murderer!
Oh my god! Alex! Stop! Dad? Are you okay? Somebody help!
Do I really need to explain why I helped Wario and Link defeat Nintendo Power? I wanted to issue my Universal Title rematch clause at Elimination Chamber. Waluigi stole my title with help from his pet boss, Fox McCloud. Let's see how well you fare out in a ladder match. And to make certain that Nintendo Power does not help him win, I have requested a stipulation outlining that if his cronies interfere in this match, I will automatically become the Universal Champion.
Fox McCloud and Waluigi, they just stood on the apron to send a message to Batman.
Oh, they're not just standing there, they're coming down to the ring.
Batman has just invoked his rematch clause to challenge Waluigi for the Universal title again at the Elimination Chamber. Wait a minute, what's he doing? What's he doing? Oh my God! Jesus Christ, superstar! Batman just stood from the ladder and dived all the way to the outside the ring onto Waluigi and Fox McCloud. If that's not a message, then I don't know what is. Batman just painted a picture.
Justin Roberts here, conducting a radio interview with die-hard John McClane. The last time we saw you, you fell victim to Bane's backbreaker at Maximum Overdrive. The TWA world is very concerned about your condition. We would all like to know what doctors have told you.
Does it fucking matter what the doctors told me? This is all my fault. Batman told me I didn't have to challenge him, and like a fucking idiot, I ignored him. There's no one to blame here but me.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, John. Challenging Bane was very brave of you.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Justin. You're not the one lying at home in 2 pieces. My spine is snapped, my career is finished, and just fuck off, Justin.
Well, That was a very upset John McClane. And judging from what he said, his TWA career has sadly come to an end. Justin Roberts, signing off.
Well, John McClane just went on an angry tirade against the man conducting his interview, Justin Roberts, over the radio. John McClane, he's pissed off, he could hardly move, his spine is severed. Have we seen the last of John McClane? Well, coming up next, we got Imhotep taking on Leatherface.
And this, like the Hogan legs match, is for King of the 2 points. Both these guys are very low. Both of them equally need these points.
A must-win situation, if you will.
And by the way, RJ, how do you feel about seeing my brother's true colors?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cairo, Egypt, weighing in at 239 pounds, Imhotep.
Okay, first of all, Mark, this was not Alexander Ace Adams' fault. Santa Claus provoked him, constantly calling him a murderer. What was he supposed to do?
You, of all people, know Santa is a jolly old man who really wouldn't piss off somebody.
Well, Santa Claus is generally mostly good, but his lack of trust in Alexander Ace Adams was a bit uncalled for. Alex is just having a nice chat with Santina.
Would you want your daughter dating a murderer?
Oh, will you stop?
His opponent, from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 289 pounds, Leatherface.
I imagine that Leatherface would have a little bit of crowd support here, considering he lives in Amarillo, Texas. That's just a few towns away from here in Dallas.
Well, I don't really hear thunderous boos from the audience.
Leatherface ditched the suit and has gone back to his, what is it? That meat apron he wears. Which seems, business suit or not, Leatherface is one ugly motherfucker. Here's the match.
Well, I noticed that Metal Queen has not accompanied Imhotep for this match.
Well, Metal Queen has had her hands tied. She's been complaining to management for the past few weeks over Katniss Everdeen making her return and assaulting Metal Queen. I think Katniss Everdeen has proven she wants a shot at the women's title. And now Imhotep looking to end it early with a half Boston Crab submission hold, but Leatherface was too close to the ropes. If Leatherface can keep it into a power match, he will have the advantage. But if it goes to technical wrestling, technique, if you will, Imhotep probably will nail it.
If it goes to submission, Imhotep will destroy him.
When did you think Imhotep would find the strength to lift up Leatherface? And there's a swinging neck breaker.
Imhotep seems to be outsmarting Leatherface at every turn throughout this match. He's not giving Leatherface any room to breathe. And that's a key in professional wrestling, kids. You cannot give your opponent any room to relax, to breathe, or get out of dodge, or else he will find the time to switch the momentum in a quick jiffy.
What kids? Kids are busy watching WWE. This is a man's wrestling show.
Kids can enjoy this product too. And since Santa Claus is usually for the kids, I'm surprised you're on his side, Mark. Imhotep, this match has been at least 95% him. Very rarely have I seen Leatherface even get one offensive move in. There's another suplex. Oh, Leatherface, he shoves Imhotep off. It looks like he's finally found himself an opening. And a clothesline to the back of the neck. That could cause severe whiplash. He's got a camel clutch. But Imhotep used everything available to him and got to the ropes. Now Leatherface just ramming the back and the back of the neck. It seems Leatherface loves to go for the spine of most wrestlers. When he destroys the central nervous system of his competitors, that's when they cannot do so much in terms of kicking out or getting the shoulder up on pinfalls. Imhotep wants to protect his back. He's got to make sure to stay on Leatherface from the front. And once again, this is a must-win situation for both men. Both men are out of the King of the Tube tournament as of this writing. They can still catch up, provided one of them can win much more matches in the upcoming weeks.
But it's much harder for them than it was for Legs or Hogan, because they at least had 4 to 7 points. These guys, I think they only have like 2 points.
Leatherface with a unique scoop slam. And now he's hammering the side of the head of Imhotep. Oh, Leatherface just went for a scoop slam drop kick combo. Could this be it? One. No. We had thought Imhotep was going to end this match a lot sooner, but Leatherface found some ways to reverse his attacks. This guy's being sent to the outside. Imhotep just used his elbow right on the throat of Leatherface.
And just a quick reminder, this is not like the Elimination Chamber qualifiers, so this is not no disqualification.
Of course not. Anyway. What's Imhotep planning to do to Leatherface here? He keeps throwing him into the guardrail.
Don't bullshit us, RJ. You know what they're gonna do. It's something they've done about 10 times since this season began.
Well, Imhotep hasn't done anything yet. That's going to make it on Botchamania for sure. Leatherface, he just tried to throw Imhotep back into the ring, but tripped on the steel steps when doing so. And oh! Imhotep just sacrificed his whole body to smash Leatherface into the guardrail. And I think Leatherface is hurting now. Imhotep quickly got back into the ring.
What are you doing? You just broke up the count.
Yeah, that was pretty dumb on Imhotep's part. Leatherface, he's down. Doesn't look like he's getting up. I think we may have a count-out victory here if Leatherface doesn't get up. Looks like Imhotep's going to get the points. Referee Charles Robinson is seeing if Leatherface is in any condition to get back in.
He's not getting up.
That's it! That's it! Imhotep wins the match by count.
Winner of this match as a result of a countout, Imhotep.
Well, even though it wasn't a clean win, Imhotep still gets the king of the 2 points. He just really knocked himself out as well as Leatherface to get the job done, and it worked. And now, that's Metal Queen. He just assaulted Katniss Everdeen on the entranceway, and Katniss is hurt. Looks like Metal Queen has sought vengeance for what happened last time on Battlefront.
Katniss doesn't look too hurt. She's starting to get back up.
And now there's Melina, one of Metal Queen's henchwomen, also assaulting Katniss Everdeen. And there's the Bride of Frankenstein. This does not look good for Katniss. Oh no, please, no, 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 no! Oh, jeez.
This girl is not on fire.
Excellent work, my servants. Now, take her out back and beat her till she changes her mind about challenging me.
Metal Queen she's made sure to make Katniss Everdeen pay for deciding to challenge her for the Women's Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Borat Santina.
Borat gonna finally get that light heavyweight championship match against The Bean, as he now calls himself.
Well, he has to get it. He won that contenders match. Bean, whether he likes it or not, didn't have to give it to him.
What if Bean tries to duck him again?
Bean, I won the contender match. I have earned the belt match with you now. And at Elimination Chambers,
looks like the Bean is finally going to give him his answer.
And now he's got a new theme, that dumb, bombastic song.
I gotta say, I do not approve of Bean and his newfound attitude. He's gone from underdog hero to a classless competitor with no regard for his opponents, anything but himself. It's one of the strangest character transitions since Rick the Model Martel. Now, Bean and Borat in the same ring. These two have to get it on the light heavyweight title, and Borat wants it at Elimination Chamber.
You are correct, Borat. You are not contenders match, giving you a shot at $1. Why do you hate me, Borat? We were best friends 3 years ago.
You changed, Bean, and I don't like it.
You know what? You are the one who changed. You saw me with this. You saw how happy I was, and you couldn't stop it. You turned to ruin my life like selfish dirt. You are Borat.
Look in the mirror, Bean. You just described yourself.
He's speechless.
Oh, Bean finally knocks out Borat.
I will beat you at Elimination Chamber, Borat. I am the Bean.
Regardless of whether he calls himself the Bean, it is on. Borat taking on the Bean for the Light Heavyweight Championship at Elimination Chamber. That should be slaughter. With all due respect to him.
Alex! What is wrong with you?
Sorry, Santina, I just snapped. I'm really...
Just stay away from me and my dad, Alex.
Good for her.
Well, looks like things have boiled over between Santina Claus and Alexandra Adams, as she is not too pleased about Alexander striking Santa Claus in the back. And I don't know what is going through Alexander Adams' mind right now.
That's so much better.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way Elimination Chamber qualifier match. Introducing first, from Hogan, Rhode Island, weighing in at 292 pounds, Peter Griffin.
We still haven't heard anything all night about who the fourth guy is in this qualifier.
Peter Griffin has wanted to enter into this solely for the fact that he saw Homer Simpson win the Primetime Championship at Maximum Overdrive, and he wants to one-up him by winning the world title at the Elimination Chamber, provided he can win this match. This whole bit of jealousy between the two has got to stop.
It seems today that all you see is violence in movies.
And from London, England, weighing in at 215 pounds, 007, James Bond!
Bond is coming out to this ring much more casual now. He's showing less suave and more of a pissed off mood, considering he came very close to winning the Primetime Championship in that 5-way match at Maximum Overdrive, but he couldn't hold on the title to the end. And the same could be said about this guy.
And from parts unknown, the Invisible Man!
You were speaking of jealousy between Peter and Homer earlier. Well, here's some more jealousy thrown in the mix. Bond and the Invisible Man.
These two tried to settle their differences once again in that Primetime Championship scramble, jumble, if you will. But they never solved their differences as neither man walked out the winner. And now these two hope to get it done here through the Elimination Chamber qualifier. What if they both don't win? They're still gonna go at it? We're about to find out who the fourth and final man is for this match.
And from the Netherrealm, weighing in at 219 pounds, Scorpion!
I already predict that he's gonna lose.
Predict that he's gonna lose? What about everybody else? I don't think they were prepared for Scorpion. This should be a nice blend of many styles in that ring. Because here, you have two excellent technical wrestlers in Scorpion and James Bond. You have the power of Peter Griffin and the trickery of the Invisible Man. We got James Bond and Peter Griffin paired off on one end and Scorpion and the Invisible Man on the other. And Scorpion just draped Invisible Man 360 right over the top rope. And Peter Griffin as well. Scorpion is showing that he means business. Scorpion goes to jack the jaw of the Invisible Man. And he tries to go for a dive on Peter Griffin, but he missed. And now Bond, he has Peter Griffin on the one end. Scorpion just smashed Invisible Man with a steel chair. And remember, folks, no disqualification, no countouts. And the reason we place this is so that way we can have a clearly defined winner. As you remember, Luigi and Michael Myers were supposed to go at it in that one match, but both of them entered thanks to the interference that more or less tainted the whole matchup. And now we got James Bond, the Invisible Man, paired off again. Scorpion is going to try to swing Peter Griffin with that steel chair, and he finally nails it through the back of the head. Now,
Smacked him right in his ass.
Now I must ask, Mark, with this Fatal 4-Way, does one person have to get the pinfall and that's it? Or is it elimination style?
It's just one pinfall.
Okay, therefore,
Everyone's going to be fighting for their lives in there.
Oh, Scorpion's gonna go for the spear.
Come here!
Oh, Scorpion, his finishing spear maneuver. But instead of going for the pinfall, he's aiming for the Invisible Man instead. And now Scorpion is going to throw James Bond over the ropes. Oh, and he tried to tackle Invisible Man, but to no avail. There's a pin, one. Oh, Peter Griffin got the shoulder up. Scorpion, he's just going after anybody and everybody he sees. Scorpion. Oh, I think that's his version of the Lin Kuei driver that Sub-Zero uses. Do you think he was doing that just to mock him? Scorpion with a clothesline, and James Bond wrenching the Invisible Man's arm. This final spot means everything, and Peter Griffin got dumped on his head, bleeding as a result. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Scorpion is the final man going into the chamber.
Here's your winner, Scorpion.
Well, we've got the 5 participants facing Conan. They will be Conan, Scorpion, Luigi, Michael Myers, Fox, and Chuck Norris. Even though Conan is a strong champion, he's going to be facing 5 men in that match. And when it comes to a match where there's more than one participant, the odds are not very good in the champion's favor. James Bond, he's just furious.
Well, he should be. He could have broken up that pin, but instead he was so busy beating up Invisible Man.
Well, needless to say, his emotions got the better of him, and it once again cost him a chance to go for a championship. I don't want to be James Bond right now. And oh, James Bond, he's just attacking Peter and the Invisible Man. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to sympathize with Bond's plight here, but he just simply lost the match. It's the way it is. And he spits on the Invisible Man. He's just had enough of him once and for all. And referee Charles Robinson trying to get Bond off of him. Well, whereas we have the Bond soap opera, we still got the main event Elimination Chamber. Conan, Chuck Norris, Fox McCloud, Luigi, Michael Myers, and Scorpion all dueling it out in that chamber. Can Conan survive and keep his title? Thanks for joining us, everybody. RJ and Mark signing off.